a snake out there, 6, 7, 8 feet long. It is rubbery because it has internal waves in it, and it follows you for a rather long period of time. The more you fly in space, the more you see an incredible amount of things out there, and that sort of brings to you really a certainty that other living creatures are out there. Some incredibly primitive, more primitive, some just proteins coming together, amino acids, and some just singular cellular organisms, and other civilizations have been around for a million years that are doing unimaginable kinds of things.
But some NASA scientists don't think these encounters prove the existence of alien life.
A lot of things we see on the picture from space are things we're used to seeing here in the control center down here in Houston. They're ordinary events that surround the spaceship. Pieces coming off, water dumps, pieces of ice, insulation. Just little pieces 10, maybe 20 feet away from the camera.
Despite what Musgrave has seen, he doesn't believe there is a cover-up. South Korea, one of the most unusual sightings ever. It begins as one object then breaks up into many smaller ones.
Right now, each ball seems to be about 100 feet in diameter and 10,000 feet in the air, moving at 700, 800, 900 miles an hour.
Ufologists refer to this as a cluster UFO or pearl necklace.
We think it's probably not a weather balloon that's become untethered. We think it is probably not a military project.
Rigorous video analysis produced surprising results.
There are 7 primary objects, 12 subordinate objects, and clusters of what looks like clouds of smaller objects, and there could be dozens of those. Point is, very unusual. And because of its high speed, we think it's something not normal.
There's at least a conceivable possibility that the original object was actually composed of a cluster of smaller objects that were interconnected until their separation.
Froning is an expert on propulsion systems.
This is what these might be. Each of these little vehicles within the overall group have their own individual power, propulsion, guidance, and control.
And none of the vehicles exhibited characteristics of any known technology.
I believe these kinds of objects may be utilizing a whole new mode of propulsion which we have not developed yet, which is called field propulsion. Since vehicles like this are not known to have been developed any place here on this world, one might come to the just natural conclusion that they originate and can come here from distant worlds. Now, what the objects are doing is just about as mysterious as what they are.
Are these balls the boundaries of some space that they're doing something to or with? This may not be an example of modes of transportation. This may be an example of work being done.
Cluster UFOs have been observed before.
In October of 1992, we saw our first cluster of ships in the air that looked similar to these, almost identical to these.
And during the famous mass sightings in Mexico City.
They also appeared during major earthquakes. These unknowns appear to be messengers of destiny in many, many situations.
Some experts believe their message is getting urgent.
If Earth is being visited by people from other places, from other worlds, from other dimensions, they're speeding up the process right now. Something major has happened.
Next on Unexplained Mysteries. Did school children in Africa experience one of the largest mass sightings of all time?
They had eyes like that, and they were kind of just like looking at us. They never said anything. It's just that the face is the eyes. They looked horrible.
And we'll find it all out in our Unex report, here on Unexplained Mysteries. Mysteries, Destination Earth. Something major has also happened in Africa. A unique mass encounter between aliens and school children. One night, thousands of people in Africa saw a meteor. 2 days later, something allegedly touched down outside Ruwa, Zimbabwe.
This object landed with the 3 or 4 things beside it, and then a door opened, and this little man got out and had on a black suit.
At the Ariel Primary School, 62 children came into contact with what they say were alien creatures.
They were very slim, the suit was black, but it was the eyes that was frightening.
A large number of children, all with the same apparent story.
Why would 62 children lie?
Celebrated Harvard professor John Mack interviewed the young eyewitnesses.
It was silver, and the ring around it was red.
Was red. Did light come from the whole thing, or
There are lights around here.
lights along the edge there? How many of the strange beings did you see?
I saw one over here. They had eyes like that, and they were kind of just like looking at us. They were like kind of astonished at what we were. I felt scared.
It felt scary? What was scary about it?
Well, I felt scared because I've never seen such a person like that before.
They experienced very powerful encounters with these beings and were left with the rather disturbing fact that this seems to be what it is. And it seems to have no other psychiatric explanation.
Mack feels the children did not experience a mass delusion, but they believe the aliens had an ominous message.
Fungi, what do you imagine is his reason for visiting Earth?
I think it's about something that's going to happen.
Something that's going to happen.
Yes. What I thought was maybe the world's going to end. Maybe they're telling us the world's going to end. I think they want people to know that we're actually making harm on this world and we mustn't get too technologed.
How did that get communicated to you?
I don't really know, but it just popped up in my head.
Pollution.
He never said anything. It's just that the face is the eyes. They looked horrible.
And the eyes, the horrible look, had that information that you just told me?
Yes.
In Africa, media exposure to aliens or UFOs is limited.
Now, the people in Africa don't have television. They might have a radio, but I can tell you the media don't deal with UFOs there, but nervous of it. So where would they pick it up? Is it a mass telepathy?
The children maintain a belief in what they saw and felt.
If someone were to say, well, you know, you just have a lively imagination and you made this up, what would you say?
I haven't been influenced by any of my friends. I have seen what I've seen.
Coming up on Unexplained Mysteries, we'll wrap it up with the Unex Report. The unidentified explosion deep inside Russia. The mass sighting in Montreal. The strange metals recovered from a UFO crash site.